Greetings, I'm Kathy Green with Christian News and Interviews. I'm going to share with you an interesting story out of Baltimore. A Baltimore woman faces several charges, including 2 counts of child abuse resulting in death after the decomposing remains of her young niece and nephew were found in the trunk of her car during a late night Wednesday stop in Essex. Essex is a suburb of Baltimore. It's right outside of Baltimore. Baltimore County Police say an officer pulled Nicole Johnson over late Wednesday night in Essex. According to police, when the officer told a 33-year-old the car had been to be towed because the tags were fake, the officer detected the unmistakable odor of decomposition. At one point, the officer even saw maggots inside a bag. According to the police department, after repeated requests from the officer, Johnson removed a blanket in the trunk to expose the decomposing remains of one child. During a search, officers found a tied-up plastic bag that contained the decomposing body of the second child. Police said those kids were her 7-year-old niece, Jocelyn Johnson, and her 5-year-old nephew, Larry O'Neill. Nicole Johnson faces 10 criminal counts on deaths of 7-year-old Jocelyn and 5-year-old Larry. Johnson told police she was taking care of the kids because their mother wasn't able to. But the mom told police she tried to get her kids back. She said she had arranged and marched to have her children returned, but Johnson never showed. You'd have to wonder why she didn't call the police, right? According to documents, the little girl may have been dead since last year. The aunt told police that in May of 2020, when they were staying in an off Pulaski Highway, in an inn and off Pulaski Highway. So apparently they were homeless and staying in some kind of like a hotel, like a cheap hotel. She said she hit the little girl and the child fell and hit her head. Yeah, right. She killed the child. Police said Johnson described putting her niece's body in a suitcase and carrying her remains around in her car for months. She also claimed her nephew had an injury about 2 months ago and never woke up. Isn't it interesting how children in her care just mysteriously have these accidents and never wake up? According to the court documents, when the autopsy was done, the 7-year-old girl weighed 18 pounds and the 5-year-old boy weighed 21 pounds. The official cause of death has not been determined. These poor children, I just pray that they didn't suffer. I just pray that God just took them up to heaven quickly and that they didn't suffer. You have to wonder what kind of family this is, because if she's the one that the sister entrusted to her children, then this is a messed up family. Because we have a mother who can't take care of her children. We have a mother who gave her children to a woman who I'm sure you know your family members, so she had to know that this girl was nuts. We have a mother who apparently had children by who done it and why, because she couldn't give the children to the father, and she couldn't give the children to the father's family. So that tells me that the father was no good. The mother apparently was maybe on drugs, or we don't know yet. Because a normal person would have said, you know what, she has my kids. I'm trying to get my kids back. And she's not showing up. Let me call the police. Never did. She just kept on doing whatever it is that she was doing. So this is a screwed up family. My heart goes out to those children. And I just pray that they didn't feel any pain at all, because they didn't deserve the life that they ended up having. An innocent 5- and 7-year-old child, helpless children. The world is so sick. Every day, you hear about another case that is just beyond bizarre. Tell me below what you think of this, but it's pretty obvious what you think.